Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Shubhangi Lendave. This is our fourth part of module first of partition literature paper, BA second optional English. Today we are going to learn what are the effects of partition on the common people, how they faced the partition, and what are the effects on their lives. If we see, before this particular presentation, in previous three presentations we learned what are the causes of partition, how Lord Mountbatten, Radcliffe, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Nehru are the major role players in that partition of the two countries, India and Pakistan. Today we are going to learn and see how and how how and why the people of India and Pakistan are suffered due to the partition. What are the effects of the partition? See, what are the effects? During the split from India, there was a mass migration of over 15 million. See, there is a one of the most important effect was migration, mass migration. N number of people, 15 million people migrated from one country to another country as Muslims or Hindus. Hindus came to India and Muslims went to Pakistan. Next, the Muslims were going to Pakistan as the Hindus were living for India. The migration of the people who are Muslims and Hindus. The creation of Pakistan was tumultuous, resulting in chaos, riots, deaths, and crimes against humanity. There is a major effect on Pakistan, that is resulting in chaos. Everyone is in chaos. They never know how to behave, what to do. Instead of their properties, they have to live in the refugee camps and go to the Pakistan or came to India. So if you see the movie Gadar, in it you see the refugee camp where everyone is scattered from their families. Everyone is in chaos. They never know they are known. There is a list of the names who are the refugees who are going to Pakistan. If you see that movie, you come to know what is the concept of refugee camps and how the people, common people, are shifted from one place to another place because of the partition only. What happened in Pakistan? Riots, deaths, and crimes against humanity. This deepened the rift between Muslims and Hindus. Rift, the very bad scar, become pointed out in that particular Hindu-Muslim riots. Due to the riots, there is a very bad effect on both the communities. Then they think that both of them are enemies of each other. See how the people with their particular property, whatever they can carry, with that they are departed India or departed Pakistan and went through the rail track or by their particular communities. they went to one country to another country. This is very worst picture of the partition, real picture of the partition, how people parted. See, these people are not the rich peoples, these are the particularly common people, poor people at that time of the country. Migrations. What is the effect of the partition? The first major effect is the migration. Based on the 1951 census of displaced person, 7,226,000 Muslims went to Pakistan from India. See, there is a census report of 1951. How many people went to Pakistan from India? And almost that much people, 7 million 2 lakh 49,000 Hindus and 6 went to India from Pakistan. All of this happened immediately after the partition. After partition, and these number of peoples went to Pakistan, and that much similar number of people came to India. See, another picture of the partition. You can see how with their luggage they go to their countries without any thinking. There is a migration, we have to go to India or whether we have to go Pakistan. About 11.2 million or 78% of the population transfer took place in the west, especially in the Punjab region. 55.3 million Muslims moved from India to West Punjab in Pakistan. 3.4 million Hindus and Sikhs moved from Pakistan to East Punjab in India. See how the partition line is divided by radic leaf and what is the effect of it. Such a number of people migrated from one place to another place. We can think what might be the effect on the people, on their lives, on their community, or how they cope up with the situation. I think whole lives of the people from that time, who are in middle age, who are in old age, who are in young age, are suffered a lot throughout their lives, and they might be in the traumas, in nostalgic moods of their previous life of before the partition. See, this is the situation, how the houses are scattered and destroyed due to the partition. The Muslim families or the Hindu families, whole house is destroyed. They are migrated from one place to another place. How? See the refugee trains in India 1947. This is the situation after independence, that how the refugee camps are established and refugee trains are went from India to Pakistan. How much these struggling people are shown in this picture. This is the real picture at the time of the partition. What kind of violence is created due to the partition? This is the effect of the another effect after the migration. Another effect is violence due to the migration, due to the partition. Devastation of socially and economically, widespread rape, pillaging and murder bordering on genocide, the bombing of trains of immigrants by Hindus and even filling trains full of the dismembered bodies and sending them across the border into Pakistan. See, if we watch the movie Earth 1947, we will come to know how, or train to Pakistan, we will come to know how the people with the full of dead bodies came to India from Pakistan in from Karachi to Amritsar, or again Amritsar to Karachi. If you watch the movie, you will come to know the worst situation of the refugee trains. 6 lakh people were killed in Punjab alone. See, only one part of India, 6 lakh people killed due to the violence created by the partition. It is estimated that another 1 billion people were killed, 12 million people were left homeless, thousands were raped. There is a number of people were left homeless when they went to Pakistan or came to India after partition. They never know how to live a life in the new region, new part of their country. See, men, women, and children who died in the rioting were cremated on a mass scale. Villagers even used oil and kerosene when wood was scarce. See, the August is the season of rainy season. Now we are watching it and experiencing it. That is the rainy season in India or in Pakistan. There is no wood for cremation, and people who are died in riots means dangal, and how cremated on mass scale, children and women and men. People used kerosene and oil to cremate their dead bodies. See, this is the real picture how they put the dead bodies on woods and cremated those dead bodies after the violence and riots. See, this is the one of the film which you can watch on YouTube. Here it is not possible to play but full movie or full documentary, so you can watch it on YouTube, and you can see what kind of violence, what are the effects, what is the meaning of partition of India and Pakistan. This is the named as the day India burned. Partition, BBC documentary 2007. Kishubai document created the documentary about the effects of Britain withdrawal from India in 1947, one of the biggest migration in history. What we can see in that particular documentary of 2007, that is one of the biggest migrations in history. 15 million were displaced and more than a million lost their lives. People who lived together for centuries but were forced out of their homes as one of the largest and most ethnically diverse nations in the world was divided. Dramatized reconstructions evoke some of the mistrust, violence, and upheaval that ensued. See, in that particular documentary, you can watch what is the effect of the partition on common people, how people become homeless, women were raped, children were died in the violence and riots. So, though they are Hindu or Muslim, the common people are suffered lot due to the partition. Here are the some of the examples I have written. That is movies on partition theme. Gadar, you might know the movie Gadar, that is depend and created the scenario of time of partition and independence. Pinzer, Earth 1947. Earth 1947 is a movie based on Bapsi Sidhwa's Ice Candy Man. Again Bhag Milka Bhag, Partition, and Viceroy's House. You might know the movies Gadar, Bhag Milkha Bhag, which are uh, directed and released in current years. So I prefer to you to watch. You can watch the movie Pinzer, Partition, and Viceroy's House. So through watching those movies, you will come to know what is the effect of the partition on India and Pakistan, particularly on common people. Here we will we finished our first part of partition literature, partition causes and effects. In next part we will learn about the communal violence and next general topic. So, thank you.